Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is the live review recap for Sistas Beautiful Lives, Season 6, Episode 22, the season finale. Baby, we got people out here, well, not people, but Gary and Hayden basically being their usual grimy trash selves, okay? But today they got called out, they got put on the spot. Penelope came through. She wanted some answers. She wanted to get to the get down to the bottom of all of this. She had Andi and Fatima there to, have her back. Fatima said, I ain't got to know everything. I know enough for me to, have your back, girl. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. And I said, why was Andi acting like she ain't never heard about all these other women before? Penelope was saying how it was 2 women, but we know it's more than that. And we know that he was already married. So what was going on with that? I am confused, okay? But let's, get on into it, y'all. We had Zac over here trying to make $100,000 offers to Heather for his son. Okay, first week went to 25,000, then 50,000, then 100,000. She over here talking about she won $1 million, but the only thing she was about to get is a foot in her behind. And I don't understand why we did not call the popo when we see Michael's tied up in the damn tub. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all should have called the police and had them in the ASAP, okay? Of course, Gary and Hayden over here trying to figure out which way they gonna come. I cannot wait to see these 2 fools go down, y'all, okay? It's gonna be party time over here as soon as they get what the hell is coming to them. And I didn't understand why Danni was over here acting like she's sad and depressed about Preston being married, even though I hate that damn storyline, y'all. Okay, Tyler could have really kept that. He could have been just let Preston leave from a long damn time ago. But we gonna act like we so in the blues. Why, girl? You didn't want him. Okay, you ready for your date tonight with Tony. So why are we acting like we about to lose our damn minds about that? Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Break it on down. Take it from the top. You know how we do. And I got my girl Kenzie here with me to talk about this episode tonight, y'all. Kenzie love.
What up,
What's
what up,
going
what
on,
up, what's up,
Kenzie?
good people? What is going on in Tyler Perry Land, girl?
Yes. Hey, Monique
Ooh,
69 ways. Hey, Renee
ooh.
Beckham. Oh, Lord. What did you think about this episode, girl?
Who took Danny?
Yeah, who took Danny? Like, who goddamn Danny? Like, what is going on, y'all? All of
Who
us.
shot
Then
JR?
I don't
Who took
trust
Danny?
I don't trust Brian in this realtor either. I really want this to be something that's good, but I swear it's just like so much craziness be going on that I give everybody the side eye. I do
Mm-hmm.
not trust Brian. I've been saying this since the beginning that he's too extra, doing too much for me. Too much.
You
Okay.
want to help with the babies? Your wife got all these kids. Y'all adopted these kids. Are y'all stealing kids? Y'all taking people's kids? You're buying
Right.
kids? What's going on? Do you
Exactly.
want Karen's baby? Are you put in
Right.
place by Aaron? Did Aaron set you up to do this?
Yeah,
Who are
somebody said
you?
that. Somebody said that
Who
in my
are
comments
you?
like 2 episodes back, and I was like, that's a good one. I could see Aaron possibly sending somebody in,
Mm-hmm.
especially since she told him that he didn't want to be bothered. She didn't want to be bothered with him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But something is definitely up. There's definitely more to the story because before I said he was giving me that he about to have Karen tied up in the damn basement and him and his wife about to be raising her baby. Like, what's happening here?
Jesus Christ. Yes, ma'am. I cannot wait till next week because
Yeah,
Tyler ain't giving us no long break. He ain't mashing the
I
brakes too
know. We
long.
right back to
He's putting
it,
it,
child.
we in neutral right now, but we're gonna be putting
Yes.
that thing in drive next week, and I am ready for it. I thought I wasn't gonna be ready for it, but I am ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I
I'm
said
ready.
we ain't getting no break, and I misspoke last night. It's actually the Oval is January 2nd, Sisters is January 3rd, and then all the Queensmen, of course, is January 11th, the day after my birthday. Hey, but
And
that means I don't get no break. I gotta still keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny.
and we're gonna
Renee,
take it and
okay,
keep on moving.
Yeah, Renee Beckham says that was her. Okay, about Aaron. Oh, yeah, and I think you got
Oh,
a good
okay.
point with that one. Monique 69 way says I need to be up there because I got some choice words for Tyler. Lord,
Honey.
child, listen. Me and
Tyler
Tyler,
doing
I'll be
too
going
much.
at it. He don't even know I'll be over here cursing him out.
Tyler slow roll that thing, but when he roll it and he let the thing go down here, it being fast forward. And I'm like, Lord have
Mm-hmm.
mercy, slow down. I need to catch up. I'm ready for
Yes,
next week. I'm so ready.
absolutely,
I am so
absolutely.
ready.
Monique 69 Way says it's supposed to be a new season with new wigs and new baby bumps. Right. Yeah. I'm excited for this new writing team. And I think we may really get a little crazy season from what we're seeing in this daggone preview. Somebody had actually asked me to break down the preview, but I've been so freaking busy. So I don't know if I'm going to get to break it down or not, but we'll see. But, we
Mm.
basically picked up this episode with, of course, kind of how we ended, picked up right back with Danni telling Sabrina all about Preston being mad. He done sent this message that's like, you made your choices, now I'm making mine. You gonna have to live with it. I'm losing your number, blocking you. You're never gonna hear me from me again. I'm like, why? Why did we need this? That always annoyed me from the beginning with the whole story of him asking Minnie to marry him, but then asking her for a break and coming back and trying to give Danni this ultimatum. As much as I always loved Preston, that part of the story I never cared for. I just was like, why? Either you gonna be with the
Mm-hmm.
girl Mindy or you gonna want, Danny, and it's not gonna work out with y'all and you're gonna go ahead about your business. It could have just been left at that. And he never even had to come back to begin with. Like, we brought him
Mm-hmm.
back just for him to leave. And I guess they put the story that way because we know some of these characters are not going to be around from season 7, and I'm assuming he's one of those characters. But I felt
Mm-hmm.
like they could have did that completely
Long
different.
time ago.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that at all. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
what are
wouldn't
we
either.
doing?
Yeah, I
And
didn't like the way they did that. I didn't like that part.
yeah, and
And Mindy must
Sabrina.
be slow too.
Yeah, she gotta be because there's no way that you could leave me and then I'm just waiting, and you could come back to me after you done dump me again to be like you wanted to be with her. I don't got no time to be nobody seconds or thirds, okay? It's too much.
Exactly.
And you don't want him no more, so it's like, what are
Mm-mm.
we even talking about here, right?
She
But
she don't want him until he don't. She wants him until he don't want her. So when he's not
mm-hmm.
paying her no attention, that's when she gets sad face and side eye and be on
Mm-hmm.
suicide watch and depression. So love the man while he loving you. If not, leave the man all the way alone and be done with him. Like, stop all this back and forth. She don't want him until he does not want her, and until she knows he doesn't want her. So now that she knows he's married, now she all sad and depressed.
Right.
uh
Yeah, that was annoying to me.
mm-hmm.
Um So of course Penelope, she came to the office. She wanted to talk to Andi. We already knew this was gonna happen. I was a little bit like, okay, I get Penelope that you want answers, but you don't show up to somebody's job unannounced at the same time. And when her brother did ask Andi about it, she was like, I'll think about it, I'll get back to you. So it's like, she kind of caught off guard by her showing up at the job. And then on top of that, we got Gary Raggedy behind showing up too and trying to talk to her, and then we have him and Fatima have some words. I did enjoy that part because she was like, if you don't get the hell up out my face, you don't know what time it is.
Yes.
With me, you don't want none of this. And he over here getting turned on, talking about, a little bit of pit bull. He like that. I said, get
Mm-hmm.
out of here, Gary. Go throw
Okay.
yourself in the
Stamp,
trash.
stamp, stamp.
For
Oh,
real.
Gary makes my insides hurt.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
stand damn Gary. Yes, Monique
mm-mm.
69. This is my exact sentiments. Off with his head. Like, I don't
Off
care
with
who
his
do it.
head.
I don't care who do it. And I'm pretty sure Fatima could take care of him by herself. She don't even need to
Mm-hmm.
call up no daggone madam or anybody else. And then he bringing up to her, oh, well, you need to be worried about, what you did to Hayden and how Hayden gonna get her. And Hayden trying to come in and have his damn 2 cents too. And I'm just like, I'm annoyed that we back to that storyline too. I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I wish it would have kind of just been out the way already, but I'm used to how it goes. But and I know it had to come out sooner or later. When it didn't come out the first time that I
Right,
thought
right, right.
it was like, okay, yeah, now it's happening. But he really
Mm-hmm.
can't prove nothing. Not Heather, child. Tamara denied
Mm-hmm.
everything as far as it having anything to do with Fatima, and so it's really just going off of Gary's word, and just the fact that he's so obsessed with her, and then um you know Zac to begin with. He only stopped messing with them for a minute when he got busy with Tamara. So you see, he was right back to like, oh, can you help me with getting her and Zac? And at one point, Gary was even like, I don't know all about Zac. Yeah, I can help you with getting her. So, you know, and
They
now
better
you
sit
went
down somewhere they know what's good for them.
right, and now you back to calling him your client. You just was saying that you let him go. But anyway, when they got in this office to have this conversation, her and Penelope, I was confused. Maybe you can answer this for me. Because she began to tell, first of all, I want to know how Andi knew these damn dates by heart, honey. Andi was like, oh yeah, I was with him some of those days. Yeah, girl, this date, but not that date. And, you know, that day he told me he was away. I said, maybe a few of them you would know, but I don't know about knowing every single one. You got a photographic memory now.
I would
You
have
know,
looked back at my phone.
right. I thought that was funny.
Like, was
But
it a birthday? Was it a holiday?
what
Like, girl, what are
really
you
had
talking
me
about?
scratching my head, child, where I was like, what are we talking about here? Is when she said there was other women and Andi was acting like she didn't know nothing about any other woman. And she said it was two of them. And we know for a fact it was way more than that. And we know about the damn wife. And, you know, Andi was acting shocked when she was like, oh, this is the ring that we got. And look at this ring that she got is basically the same ring. I just was confused. Like, what am I missing? Did I not see something? Because Andi knew about it being other women. I thought she was going to be the one to tell her that.
Yep. She only like she knew about the wife.
Right.
But Andi, you done met every season. You meeting women. You meeting a whole nother woman.
And then it was the I can't remember, was it investigator or somebody that had like mad pictures of different women. So I was so lost with like, why are we just pretending because we don't want to hurt her feelings, or did Tyler forget what he wrote?
So. One of the two, probably both, a combination of the both other two.
Yeah, because that part didn't make no sense to me. But she essentially tells her that it's only one person that could really answer this question for you and let you know everything that you want to know. And of course, that's Gary. And of course, she didn't want to go in to, you know, talk to him. So she had to kind of talk her into it and say, you know, I got your back. I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to do the talking. Don't worry about it. And then she called Fatima and say she need her to come in the damn room. And Fatima's like, what's going on? You know, well, we going over to Gary. And it's like, okay. She was like, do you even know what's happening? She said, girl, I ain't got to know everything. I know enough that I got your back.
Listen, that's a rider.
I did
like
that.
Yes. I appreciate that. I was glad that
she said not Andi's fault. Tyler forgot what he wrote. Yeah, I think he be forgetting some things sometimes. We be remembering more than he do. Yeah, I definitely don't mind Fatima being on my squad. I know sometimes I go through it with her and Zac, but when it's time for the get down, she be getting down.
Yes, she be right there with you. The
hey,
vicious pit bull.
Thank you for coming through, and thank you so much for sending, you know, the nieces and the nephews over here. So many was in my comments saying, Auntie sent me. I so appreciate you. And for some reason, y'all not subscribe to Auntie's advice. I don't know what you're doing with your life and why you wouldn't be, but make sure y'all subscribe to her. She is the best. She be giving the best breakdowns, cracking me up. Even when it's stuff that I don't watch, I can still just listen to her talk about it. She is so good.
Yeah, I went on her page the other day and subscribed.
Yes, I love it. So, yeah, I did enjoy them going in that office to talk to him. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, make them shaking their damn boots. But he just irritates me, like you were saying. I just want him to be. I want somebody to really come give him the business, man. Because he still continued basically just to stand in Andi's face and repeat what he already was saying. But I don't want you. I never wanted you. You know, you ain't did nothing for me. It was just sex. I just wanted to get what I could get out of it. And of course, she tried to play hard too and come back at him like, listen, it was just that for me too. Like, you ain't saying nothing. Now, one good point that she did make, right? One good point she did make is look at all the things I got out of it. Like, for somebody you don't care about, you bought me a condo. a car. You was
Mm-hmm.
giving me gifts. You was giving me money. You was giving me jewelry. You was sending people over here to dance and sing for me. She started breaking it all the way down, and he over there twisting up his damn face.
Mm-hmm. You act like a whole clown over me. Every time it was something going on, every time you messed up, you came out of pocket big time
Mm-hmm.
to win me back. And it didn't take much to win her back. Even though she was dealing with other people every
Right.
now and again, he still came out of pocket heavy when it came to Andy. Now
Exactly.
I can imagine what he did for these other women, but when he came for
Right.
Andy, he came out heavy. He wasn't playing.
Exactly. Yeah, like
Hmm.
you sound
Now that's a
stupid, dude.
simp. Now that's who
Yeah.
Gillo need to put on a sucker simp Hall of Fame because he's a simp.
Right.
Like you dishing
Absolutely.
out money big time, buying condos,
Absolutely.
Bentleys, Rolls Royces, or whatever. Man, yeah.
Hmm. Definitely. Thank you, Auntie. I appreciate you. She says I feel the same way about you. You keep me hooked up on the shows old and
Mm-hmm.
new. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you. Um So yeah, I just wanted one of them to punch him in the face. I know that's not the answer, but I
Mm-mm.
would love like for somebody to come and just kick his teeth out. I just hate when he even standing there telling her like, "Oh, I love you. I want to be with you so bad. You the one for me. Don't listen to nothing they
Mm-mm.
saying. Don't fall for it." I'm like, so they supposed to fall for you. She's supposed to fall for your lies, but she not supposed
Mm-hmm.
to listen to Andy and Fatima.
Yeah. Like make it
After,
make sense.
yeah,
It
I
don't
just
make
don't
sense.
get it.
Yeah. When he was calling her Penel, he was calling her some
Yeah, he was like
yeah,
Pernell trying to give her a
Penel.
little
I'm
nickname.
like, Gary, shit up. Go away.
Right.
I don't know.
And then when Andy brought up his wife and he was like, I told you I had a situation. Yeah, you but never told me you had a whole damn wife. A
Yeah,
situation and a wife is two different daggone things.
exactly. Andy is a situation. Your wife is a wife. That's a wife. No, no
Exactly.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a sad piece of. I don't. I wonder what his issue is because he has all these women and it's always financial. I guess he's a sucker, as Monique said. He's a sucker. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't win them over with being genuine and being yourself. You have to be buying them to win them over and wooing them. And
Mm-hmm.
um it's always about sex with him. It's never about genuinely loving somebody. It's always
Mm-hmm.
about, intimate. Well, I'm gonna say sex. He ain't been intimate with them. He's been, it's all sexual sex. It is sex and money. He has an addiction. He got a
Yeah,
problem.
I mean, he even admitted himself, like, oh, well, I buy them all the same way. None of them mean anything to me. Like, once they had stepped out of the room, because he was still kept, of course, trying to be like, you don't mean that. We about to have a family and we
Mm-hmm.
got to talk just us by ourselves and all of that bull crap. And after Andy gave him the breakdown and they walked out, we found out that Fatima left her phone in there recording. I said, yes, girl. So Andy was able
Mm-hmm.
to hear the conversation that him and Hayden was continuing to have. And he was basically telling him, like, oh, I bought all of them this, but I had just really liked her. Even Hayden was looking at him like he had three
Yeah.
heads. He trying to figure out, like, which one is it that you like? You was just saying
Yeah.
you love her. And he's like, no, I don't love her. I like her. I'm
I
like,
like her. I
I like
like her.
her a lot.
What?
And I
What?
feel like she could be with me because she haven't slept with
She's
a whole
weak.
bunch of people. And
And he called her weak.
yeah, Ann said she was weak. Yep.
I said, oh no, you
Hey,
didn't.
thanks for stopping through. How you doing?
Hello, Robin. Yeah, I didn't
Yes,
like that.
it
I'm like, hold a
definitely
minute now. Why you trying
controls
to act
him.
like that? But why you acting like that in front of Hayden? You could be real with
Hmm.
him. I mean, but I guess you are being real with him if you just saying you like him, but you
Right.
like him to where you spending money like that. You got it like that,
Hmm.
Gary. Okay.
Yeah, he do. I guess he could just go throw some daggone money out the window. Shoot, if he want to send some money, he could send me some. I'll take it.
Okay. Like, what kind of
But
control freak are you? He
it's
is, but I think he
ironic
might have
to
mama issues too.
yeah, I
Cause
definitely could see that.
he probably got mama issues.
I also think it's very ironic that he's saying she's weak, right? And he looks at her as
Mm-hmm.
somebody he could get over on and that's weak, but she's actually the one that's coming the strongest right about now and has the power to where you're trying to sit here and beg her for stuff, not the other way around. She looked like
Mm-hmm.
she pretty much ready to be done with you. Yeah, she's trying to figure out like damn, how the hell I didn't see this before, and now I got this child that I'm gonna raise. But I could see her being part of the reason why his behind go down. So I don't think she's as weak as he thinks she is. I think he giving himself too much credit when it comes to that, which that's no real shock. But
she weak
like I
till she's
said,
not weak.
right.
Right now she's not being weak.
But I did think it was funny, Fatima leaving her phone in there because, of course, Andi was like, I wonder what them idiots is in there talking about now. And, then she goes and gets the phone like, oh, I just so happened to leave my phone here. And they was like, yeah, you just, so happened to leave it there. And, of course, that's when Hayden starts saying, I can't wait to be able to get them back. You're going to have to help me with her and Zac. And, again, pretty much Gabby's like, I don't know about all that Zac stuff. Like you keep putting Zac in it, but I'll help you with Fatima's concerned. So now they're gonna be back to the you don't want to do this for me, but you want me to do that for you, crap or whatever. And so, once Penelope left, we just pretty much had a conversation between Fatima and Andi asking if she's okay and things of that nature. And when she got home, no, I'm sorry, I think I'm skipping. Before that is when we had the whole thing with Karen and the contractor and this realtor. And it's just fishy to me. I don't know if I'm overreading it, but it comes off real fishy. He has her show up. I really was hoping that since she had called Zac last week and was asking him about whether he knew somebody, that she was also gonna have him maybe come look at the place, or even if it wasn't him directly. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm starting to lose my voice if you can hear it. That he would send somebody to like look over the place, or just maybe make sure a little something that all of this is right before she go all the way through with it, because it is just something fishy. And then the fact that homegirl was being nosy and all in it, as far as Zac being the baby father and Karen giving her the whole explanation of, oh, this is before he got with Fatima. I'm like, she don't gotta know all of that because it's business.
Like I was like, Karen, please be quiet. Like, get that lady out your business, because she was too much in the pocket. Like, girl, go away. Yeah, and it seemed like she wanted to say something. Maybe I'm not sure if it was about Zac, but it seemed like she wanted to say something. But Karen spoke before she could, say what she wanted. Maybe I wanted to say. But yeah, it's something fishy about what's Jason Weaver's character name? Byron? Not Byron. What's his name? I can't remember his name, but
Brian, yeah.
Brian. Yeah, it's something fishy about him. He's too nice. He's too giving. He's too kind. He's too helpful.
Yeah.
And then when the lady was like, that's a good price he gave you. And then if he picked you up, he must like you or something.
Exactly. She was like, oh, he usually don't let nobody else in his car except for his wife. So either, he likes you, or he just really wants to, or both. Some kind of way she said it. But yeah, I do remember her mentioning that part. And then when he came back in, it was kind of just a back and forth where she was saying, no, I'm not gonna let you get over with certain stuff, that's my client. And he was like, oh, I see what you already doing here, and he over there weaking at Karen. I just was like, yeah, no. So from there we basically had Fatima get home, and this is when her and Zac discussed him really feeling like, listen, Heather's all about the money all the time anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and offer her this money in order for me to get Michael. Did you think this was a good idea? Fatima didn't. She was telling him no.
I mean, like, is she going to sign the papers over to you where this is going to be your child altogether? Or are you just going to give her this money?
He did definitely say that he had all the papers like set up already for her to sign, but well, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but when Fatima's in the house, he does mention papers, and then she was telling him, don't start with 100,000 right off the bat. Work your way up. Start with a lower number. Even though she really didn't agree with it, it was like, okay, if you're gonna do it, then we're gonna do it this way. But I was like, Zac, this don't sound like a good idea to me at all. Like, now we trying to bribe and we trying to pay for the damn child. Like, that's something she could use against you later on, possibly,
And I don't think Michael is his. I don't. I think that test that they took in Zatima, I think Hayden might have messed with that test, or had somebody mess with that test. I don't believe that Michael is his. I really don't. I don't believe he's the father.
Creepy and fishy. I need to see his wife and his so-called kids. Yes, I
Yes.
agree.
They might
I
be tied up
agree.
in a basement too.
Yeah, Zac is definitely not the brightest sometimes. I know he coming for a good place with
Mhm.
wanting Michael to get up out of there, especially, the things that he went through in his childhood and him seeing this. And not for nothing, I really want to see where they're going to take the direction with this story in season 7, because I do feel like they keep implying that it's certain stuff that she's doing with Michael, but we wasn't never necessarily seeing it. Like, even when they
Mhm.
talked about how bad these scars were supposed to look on his back and his legs, I guess we just have to take their word for it. We
Yeah.
never saw it, and we just know that the neighbors always saying that she's calling, but then how come they don't have none of these calls on
It's nothing
record?
documented.
So I
Right.
feel like when it comes to this story, it's not really fleshed out fully, maybe the
Mm-mm.
way that I would like it to be. But of course, I don't know what this scene was with Sabrina stopping by Maurice, and he over here in the dominatrix outfit and talking about he got to do what he got to do for money and making fun of her and her outfit that she was going to wear out on her date, whatever.
Yeah, because it was rushed for time, I don't remember. I didn't get to see that part.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
trying to
a
I was
very small scene where he came out with some black leather suit on and was making fun of her and was singing. You know how Maurice is already, and I was just
Mhm.
like, so we just threw this in here for the hell of it. And he was saying I guess, gonna have to do something strange for some change. Okay,
Do you think he's coming back next
so
season?
I'm not sure. I'm really not.
Okay.
I'm really not, especially since he don't have the job.
Mhm.
I'm figuring that I'm figuring it's Calvin. I know for sure it's Preston, and I know it's supposed to be like one other person. So it could
Okay. So Calvin is
potentially,
gone.
yeah,
Calvin needs to go. He should have been
he
gone.
wasn't really doing nothing up here, so,
No, he should have
but
been gone
I
long
mean,
time
they could
ago.
still do something else with Maurice if they want to. I didn't hear anything
Mhm.
about him being gone, but you know, um, definitely could be a possibility.
Mhm.
Um, and then we also, of course, had Danni saying she was leaving. She was going to get ready for the date. Tony was saying he was going to do the same thing. At first, asking her if she want him to drop her off. Then he talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I take a shower. And it's like, yeah, that's what you should. That's what you
Mhm.
should be doing. So we just, kind of was having an awkward back and forth with them before they was going to leave, to get out of there, to be able to meet up later for the date. And they was both saying to each other like, yeah, my friend, we know that our friends is going out on a date, and we was telling them that we are not going to do the double date thing.
Right.
But then he said, well, maybe we could meet up afterwards for drinks. And she was like, no, maybe we could just go back to your place ourselves. Or I don't think she said go back to his place, but I'm paraphrasing, but she said
Mhm.
basically, how about we just be with ourselves after the date? And he was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. Like, yeah. And I'm like, is it wrong for me to be like Danny is about to rush with him too? Because I felt like,
No, 'cause that was my thought. Like, Danny, slow down, calm
and
down.
probably especially since she is feeling whatever way from Preston, that would be even
Mhm.
more reason for her to just rush it. I don't know.
She need
Because
to slow
Sabrina
down.
still wanted to check on her, and she basically was like, I don't need nobody babysitting me. I'm good. She was like, you don't sound good. You sound like you upset. So, but,
Mhm. Maurice talking some
yes,
rebounding.
rebounding like a mug. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
And it seems like she, like I said, get over one is to get under another, and she's
Right.
just
That's
doing it
why
too fast. She's doing it
Renee
too fast.
Beckham, you took the words out of my mouth, because I know with season 7 it's going to be a 3-month jump. So with you leaving it with a cliffhanger, she said that's TP in his rating, because cliffhanger is not making sense since season 7 is supposed to be a 3-month jump. But how will we know what happened to Danny? Right. Unless they're going to jump forward and then go back some kind of way and
Mhm.
make mention of whatever happened. But it was like, what was even the point of that? I don't know. That just seemed mad random, but maybe it's gonna come all together once we see season 7. I don't know. Okay,
Yeah, because the
definitely.
window was bust out and everything, but the window was bust
Yeah.
out, but then glasses on top of the car. How
Mhm.
they got up there, Tyler, I don't know. But I'm
Yeah.
like,
And it was some
okay.
stories that was happening like that in real life. So I don't know if he's trying to incorporate something that was happening,
Mhm.
or if he's trying to go somewhere completely. We never know. We've got to wait and see how it all plays out as far as that's concerned. So of course the last thing other than Danny getting snatched the heck up was Zac coming over here to Heather. First she didn't even want to open the door for him. They got to go through this whole thing where he's like, I got money for her to
That's
even
sad.
open it. And that house look a hot damn mess. I will say that.
It was
So
disgusting.
yeah. So, she over here, what the hell you want, and all this different attitude, and she didn't want to open it. But then when he brings up money, she opens it, and he comes in, and he starts right off the back telling her, I got 25,000, and she's like, no. And then it's like, 50,000, all the way till we get to the 100,000. And she's like, well, if you got 100,000, then I know you have way more than that. And she keeps
Oh.
basically telling him no. And he's like, well, why you keep saying no? I just want my son. I want to have custody of him. She's like, no, I'm not going to give you no custody of him. He's like, oh, well, at least to be able to have him come and visit me, and be with me part of the time. And she throws in his face like, oh, you didn't even know it was your son. He was like, yeah, well, I know now. How the hell was I supposed to know before you came and told me? The point is that I know now, and I'm trying to be in his life. I was
Mhm.
fine with him saying all that part, but like I said, just when it comes to her and
Yeah.
money, I wouldn't have played it like that, because I would have
Mm-mm.
felt like she was going to use that against me, that she could have been recording it or doing anything. I just don't trust damn Heather. It's like
Mm-mm.
on the one hand, she seemed like she would be willing to do whatever for money, but on the other hand, because she seems like she's willing to do whatever, I just wouldn't have put it past. I just don't know if that was the right approach. And
Mhm.
then as they're arguing back and forth about that, and she was like, you're going to pay me for my son, and she basically says there's nothing wrong with the way he's growing up, that's the way I grew up. I said, child, maybe
Oh
that's why
God.
you in the situation you in now, I don't know.
Exactly.
But
Dum dum.
Fatima goes in the freaking bathroom, because she was like, where you going? Where you going? Don't just be walking around my house. See, this the shit I be talking about. And Michael is tied up in the damn tub. I said, you got to be freaking kidding me. So this is something that we at least got to see with our own eyes. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you bugging. And she talking
Mhm.
about she got him tied up so he can keep on, just being able to leave out. And if that's the case, then why not let Zac have him? Like, why do you want to
Right.
have him there to mistreat him and do something stupid like having him tied up in a damn tub?
That is child abuse. That's child abuse. Child abuse, child neglect, anything, whatever you want to call it. That's child abuse, straight up and down. And it's cool because you don't want him to go out the door. What you doing that he walking out the door? Why he walking
Right.
out the door without you? You
Exactly.
sleeping. I mean, what you doing? You sleeping still yet? Why
And she
you should
was
put more
saying,
locks on the doors if that's the case.
exactly. And she was saying she was going to call the police if they don't get out of here. Now, I know it was a crazy moment, especially to find him like that, but I feel like Zac and Fatima messed up by taking him again. I actually think they should
Mhm.
have took pictures of him like that.
Yep.
And I think they should have called the police and beat her to
Mhm.
it. Hi, Markia Johnson. I hope I'm not butchering up your first name. You said I'm just tuning in, but have you guys touched on Brian and Karen yet? Yes, we have. For me, I don't trust Brian. I need to see
Mm-mm.
more from him to see that I should trust him. Right now, is coming off just too much for me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong, and I would love for this to just be something where he's doing something good, and Karen is able to get something good out of it, because we see in the preview that she looked like she cutting the strings to open up her new
Mhm.
shop. So hopefully it is all good, but I feel like something going backfire or come up with that man
Mm.
later on. I just don't
Yeah.
trust it.
He's too eager. He's
Um,
too helpful. Unless, like I
yeah.
said, unless Aaron is a part of it, maybe that's why. But then again, who knows? Because he got all these kids, 5 kids, and
Mm-hmm.
two adopted or whatever. I don't
Right.
know. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So of course, once they see this, she starts trying to go off, and then Fatima gotta go off and say, "Girl, not if you bucks." And Fatima done threw her across that damn room and was about to go in that bag. Zac was like, "No, no, 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 no."
Oh Lord, no!
And
Don't do
they
it,
hurry
Sophia. Don't
up
do it,
and
Miss
grab
Sophia.
they hurry up and grab, him and get him to the car, and the neighbor yelling out the damn window, "Yeah, somebody needs to come take that baby." I said, Lord, this lady, sometimes she be irking my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's gonna backfire on them now, because we already have the court situation going on. We already had cops called out before. I get that it was a crazy situation, but I still feel like take those pictures, call
Yeah.
them, let them come there and see that, as
Hopefully
opposed
he'll
to
have
the
bruises and stuff and marks,
right.
where he was tied up.
Take
Hopefully he'll
pictures
have
of
it.
everything, and
Yeah.
hopefully this will be able to, help y'all case. Even I would have called the lawyer
Mhm.
immediately and been like, "We over here. This is what we seeing," so
Mhm.
that way he could have it on the record too. Because he just finished telling Fatima and them that they gotta be, patient.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. Let's see if Zac is supposed to be the father and have paid 37,000. Why can't he have visitation? Yeah, I agree. She playing games. He should be able to have visitation. This all should have been set. There's no reason why it should even be an argument about anything at all.
Mhm.
Um says okay. I'll go back when the Black Rock Boys was in the house. They had to be paying her to be there because Heather to press for money, and I still think Hayden got his hands on this situation. Yeah, I don't listen. I
Mhm.
don't put nothing past Hayden having something to do with anything. We know how grimy he is. We know how much he was meddling back and forth inside of things. So it would not shock me if we find out that Hayden did something, and he about to start doing even more now. We about to get
Mhm.
that same old bull crap right back, because now he's upset that the whole thing got
Mhm.
blown up with Samara. At least that was keeping him busy before, where he
Yeah.
wasn't really on them no more. So now we
Mm.
know he gonna be going full force again. Oh, okay. You said just call you Keisha. Okay, because I do be butchering up people's names. Okay.
Mm.
And
Yeah, but like I said, I
Monique
don't think that's his
69
baby though.
ways. They have a willing witness with the neighbor lady. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because the fact that she said she's called the police many times, she said CPS has been there many times, but then when the lawyer was looking up it, he said there's nothing. So where's these calls going to? Why don't they have any record of it? And she would be the perfect witness. They asked her if she would be willing to testify, and she said yeah. So, you know,
Yeah, but I think it's something up
um,
there with that neighbor lady. Because why, if she's always called, what's the issue with where the reports? Is somebody
mm-hmm.
behind the who's on the other end of these reports as to
Right,
why they're not documented?
exactly,
So something has to be going
exactly.
on with it as to why nothing has been documented, even though this lady says she's been calling. So Hayden
Mhm,
might have something to do with that part, but I really don't think Zac is that child's father. I think Hayden had something to do with that test, because when Fatima took that swab that little boy's mouth in Zatima, she
mhm,
did it, on the sly, and she took it to the
mhm,
office. So whoever can
mhm.
do the test for them at that office, I think Hayden might have had something to do with it. They just never brought it up, but it was just too coincidental that he was in father, but the lady acting weird with him like that. Why not? Most people would want the child to go with the father. You leave him with anybody else anyway. What's the issue? You leave him at
Yeah,
home by himself. He outside
she's a
by himself.
weirdo anyway. So,
Yeah. So what's the issue? I don't
yeah,
understand. I don't
yeah.
understand. But I think it's an issue. I think he might not be the little boy's father. I really don't.
Well, I'm hoping we find out for sure this season. Either way, that little boy does not need to be with her.
Mm-mm.
That's for sure. And it is shining a light on things that do happen in real life. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, hopefully we're gonna get more answers, child, especially with these new writers. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing which
Mm-hmm.
way we gonna go. I think it's gonna be a whole bunch more messiness going on.
And I hope so. I really want them to put I want them to tie up this little baby, Hayden, not Hayden, Michael. I want them to put it in a
Mhm.
good space, because I'm tired of all this abuse and all this back and forth between
Yeah.
them. I want to be in a good space where if he is Zac's child, let him be with Zac and Fatima and Karen, baby, Lord Jesus. Let them be a family. Let the little boy go and live with somebody that's gonna take care of him like he's supposed to. Like, don't put all this back and forth. We got adult drama and we got child drama. I don't want no child drama. I don't want that. I need the little boy to be safe in a safe space, taken care of, and be
Yeah.
done with. Because that tonight was that was too much.
Yeah.
It's time to put the foot down and or up her ears, because
Mhm.
it's just too much. It's just too much. I need them to put a button in the pin, put a pin in it, and be done with this
Right.
child. Yep, I need them to be done with it.
Yeah. And somebody look like they're gonna be getting taken out too in season 7. Who you think that's
Hmm.
gonna be?
Well, I would love it if it's Hayden, and I would love it even more if it's Gary. One of the two, it could be, and I would not mind if it's either one. Okay,
Mhm.
even though I know it's one person, I wouldn't mind if it's
Right.
either one. I think Hayden would be more of an issue because he bothers a lot of people. He's like a gnat at the
Mhm.
cookout. So Gary's only with Andi, but
Mhm.
Hayden bothers everybody. So I need him to. I hope it's him because he
Yeah.
really does nothing to the storyline. He's an antagonist to everybody. To everybody, like he can go.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Um Keisha says, remember Hayden has friends as lawyers and judges, so off screen he could have got his hands on it. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
He could have.
I don't put nothing past him.
Mm-mm.
Definitely.
Because he's a little grimy man.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
With
never got
issues.
no more of the whole thing with Robin. Robin just went into the bathroom one day and just was gone. He was supposed to be coming back.
He
They
like
was
Judy went
trying to get the
upstairs.
company. Yeah, it's like Judy went upstairs and never came back. He just
Hmm.
disappeared. So I don't know, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Robin because, like, does he still own the company? Like, where is that storyline going to go? Like, the company, because he had
Mhm.
to sign over so much
Right.
paper. It was so much the money and whatnot. He didn't have the money
Mhm.
he said he had.
Right.
So I need them to tie that up too. Let's tie that story up.
Yes.
Tie the
Absolutely.
story up. Yes.
Mhm.
Does
I
he own the
definitely
company?
agree.
Yeah, it's a lot going on with that Robin situation. I need them to go ahead and
Hmm.
put a pin in that too.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah, y'all, but I think we pretty much talked about everything that happened in the episode. I can't think of anything else. I do want to know how that whole Danny situation is gonna fit in, where we going with that. And like you said, a 3-month jump, so we gonna be seeing a baby bump. We gonna be seeing Karen with her
Mm-mm.
spot. We gonna be seeing, I guess, what's going on with Penelope and Andi, where we at with them. And I'm assuming that her and Jordan are still going to be talking, but I heard that it's not the same actor.
Character, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actor,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So let me see. Renee says, I think it might be Gary having an anxiety attack from women in the past. Well, is Miss Renee, is this anxiety attack gonna take him out of here? That's what I want to know. Is he
Yeah.
gonna exit the
Right. He
building?
gonna have a pass out.
Is he gonna be
Yeah,
deleted?
because I hear them say in the preview something about the feds being on him. I mean, listen,
Mm-hmm.
everybody needs to be on him at this point. I'm
Because that was in
sorry.
season one or season two.
Yeah. Remember
Season
they had
one,
us. Mhm.
when him and Andy walking, had Andy walking down that
Yeah.
long road.
Mhm.
She should have knew then. Let this man go.
Yeah, she had so
Leave
many
him
warnings
be.
and signs, and she just kept messing with him. That's why I really couldn't feel sorry for Andy anymore at this point, because she knew what it was, and she just still,
Red
kept
flags.
going back.
Red flags everywhere. She
So
was
it
just.
really was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel
Markeisha.
sorry for Penelope.
You see Markeisha's comment?
Let me see. Um.
Yeah.
Okay. I did see in season 7 they do get the boy and hire a nanny. Not sure if the nanny is 100 or not. Oh yeah, I did see something about that too. Yeah, so I think they are gonna have, you know, custody of him, but it's just the point that they even gotta freaking be going through all of this and going there and fighting her, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's
oh
just too
boy.
much. Yeah, I need the drama not to be surrounded by paternity. By a child. Maybe paternity, but not hearing bad things about the child. I don't want to hear that. I don't know. I ain't never been abused and then like child abuse and then, but I just don't like it. I don't like it. I need them to be done with that part. You can talk
Mm.
about baby mama drama. You're not paying child support. You're not getting a child taken care of. I understand that, but with the mama not doing what she need to do for this child, and you got a person, two willing, able adults that want to take care of this child, that will take care of this child. Let them take care of him. If you don't want to, let him go.
Yeah, she much rather still have him and hold it
Yeah.
over Zach's head and then have Zach come and give her whatever X amount of dollars. Because she even said that the last time that he was came around and he brought up the whole custody thing or giving her money, she was like, "Oh no, you won't continue to give me the money if I don't have him." And he's like, "Yeah, I will." Like he's literally trying to make that agreement with you, but
Yes,
you know. I mean,
girl,
it's
let
real
it
life.
go.
That's real life.
Yeah,
People with
yeah,
people
yeah.
that's like that. So
Yeah, I know
I ain't
somebody
gonna
like
say
that
it's
right at this point in
impossible.
time. It ain't being neglect, but it's about the child is over here and the
Right.
money is going over there and the
Yes,
child is
absolutely.
that way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
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 That's more important to her than actually being
Money.
able to take care of him. And
Money. Well,
that's
if you let the
sad.
child go, you can save you some money. What
Right.
you can go make more money.
Right.
Just
Mhm.
I don't know. I just don't like the abuse part. Like that
Yeah.
that can go.
Well, hopefully, I'm hoping as we go into this season 7 that we gonna see a whole lot of, you know, different changes going on and how we gonna be able to maneuver around these things and what's gonna be happening, y'all. I'm definitely
Mm-mm-mm.
curious. They're all getting their karma. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-mm-mm.
Monique 69 ways, I agree. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, wasn't a bad it wasn't a bad episode. I just wish that somebody would have came and tossed Gary around a little bit. I wouldn't have mind seeing that. Him and
Yes.
Hayden, they could have got kicked down the stairs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
oops, sorry, I didn't see you there. And I would not have been mad at
Mm-hmm.
it. Okay, Monique 69 ways. Listen, let me know if you're going to do one, girl.
All right, all
Yeah.
right.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. Renee says a 5 out of 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I don't usually do these lives. Usually I just do my regular little recaps, but only because this week was so crazy and I had so many different things that I had to take care of personally. Then I had a bunch of lives that I was doing. I just thought this was the easiest way. So normally I just do my recaps, but I may try it this way a little bit more often. Definitely when it's like a season finale, mid-season finale, I may do it, for during that time. But I guess we can pretty much leave it there. Miss Kenzie Love, what you got going on your channel, girl? Tell the people all about it.
Well, if the people want to be nice and kind, since we're still in the month of the season of giving, won't you go on over to my page, Candy Loves to Talk TV, and subscribe to my channel? I have 95 subscribers. I need 5 more to put me at
Okay,
100,
Candy.
and I want
Ah.
to get there
That's what
before
she
the
says.
end of the year. So if you all would
Yes.
please go on over to my page
Mm-hmm.
and hit the subscribe button and like the video, like all the videos and everything else
Yes.
I've done.
Yes,
I
Keisha,
appreciate
I
it.
do cover Sistas, all the Queen's Men, the Tima, the
Hmm.
Oval. I do them all and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, I'll be trying to give a variety, but yeah, I do cover these, and I will be covering them when they come back. Okay.
Yes, Keisha. Tamika is the hardest working woman on YouTube, down to the YouTube. She is always busy all day, every day. She stay on the screen. So lock in like Brillo, lock into the real.
Right. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Some people like
Renee.
them live. Some people like the recaps. Sometimes you can't please everybody. I had somebody that was in the comments while we was talking about black cake, and they were saying, "Where's the oval?" And I'm like, I did the Oval already. I did a lot for it, but they probably looking for that recap. So, when you get used to something for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, as far as me, I know tomorrow myself and the ladies, we always do the pregame for the Power Book 3 Raising Canaan show. We may have like a first reaction, especially since we have, the weekend is New Year's Eve and all of that kind of stuff. So we did the same thing when it was Christmas Eve. So probably after next week we will be back to our regularly scheduled programs. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm losing my voice and I'm getting tongue tied. But we will be back to our regularly scheduled program next week. So like with me, normally Fridays I put up my Raising Canaan and Love at the Lockup, but it may not be up this Friday. It may, but it may not. It may be up Saturday. So y'all know either one or the other, keep your notifications on. But Friday night at 9, please tune in to my premiere, okay, of Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Okay, Flashback Friday movie. Yes, we gonna get into all the things in there. And if you didn't get to see it, I did, my little Mobsters Mondays, Mafia Mondays. I did the Warriors. These are 2 new segments that I just added in. So typically I do Self-Care Saturday and what you should be watching the first Saturday. Second Saturday is trivia. The Mafia Monday and Flashback Friday is probably going to be sometime between the second and the third week. We'll figure it out because it's only going to be once a month. And then the fourth Sunday, me and Muchella usually do a Throwback Sunday movie. So, like I said, I try to give y'all a little variety. So if you don't like one thing, maybe you like the other. But tune into that. I definitely appreciate y'all. I've been doing subscribe-a-thons, so I've been going non-stop, child, for over a month now. I can't wait to have a day off. But I enjoy coming up here and talking with y'all. I really do. And I appreciate y'all for checking in. Renee Beckham, Monique 69 Waves. She always coming with the funny comments. Thank you for joining us, Keisha. I hope I see you again.
Yes, ma'am. And my link is in the chat, Marquise.
Yeah, and I always also add the links in all the description of my videos. So if anything, Robin K, thank you so much. Auntie's Advice, thank you so much for stopping in. I absolutely love her. Shout out to her because so many people came over from the channel and was like, Auntie sent me. I really, really appreciate that so much. She's absolutely awesome. I love Auntie's Advice. So yeah, y'all, but we will be back again. We will be talking about, the trifling foolishness and foolery of these Tyler Perry shows.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll catch y'all on the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace up. A-Town down.
Oh, Lord, y'all. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired.